Okay, guys, another way to use the MACD is to look for it to confirm breakouts of downtrends or uptrends or even consolidation periods. Notice if I just go ahead and take a trend line here, marking out the trend level of resistance. Notice how I use the two-touch rule to mark out those two highs right there. What you can do is look for divergence to occur on the crossover of the breakout. So what does that mean? Well, we get a breakout right here, and we have this crossover that is occurring just slightly before, but then we also get that divergence on the MACD, which means that that trend is getting stronger. So with that crossover right here, it then diverges. We see the breakout to the upside of the trend line, very strong indication to go ahead and take a long opportunity there or buy the stock. Same thing over here. If we just go ahead and take a look at this uptrend that is occurring, we have a bit of an uptrending channel, just drawing out some quick trend lines. And then notice what happens. We get a break outside of that. We have a candlestick closed beneath this lower trend line. You'll notice that we're seeing divergence on the MACD. That's showing that this downtrend is now getting stronger. And we can look to go ahead and take a short opportunity there. So a very strong way to go ahead and confirm these breakouts is by looking for divergence on the MACD following a crossover that occurred probably slightly before. However, sometimes if we go ahead and take a look at this example here, you'll notice that we get a nice little trend line break right here. We have our trend level of resistance. We break outside of the trend line. We get that crossover on the MACD, and that big green candlestick right here that confirms the breakout. We see that huge divergence that is occurring with that candlestick, and we can go ahead and take a long opportunity there. So basically what I'm saying is that you're looking for these crossovers to occur, and then you're looking for the breakout of a trend line of some sort. And when you see that trend line breakout with that divergence, that is a buying opportunity if it's in this situation like this, or it can also be a shorting opportunity. Say if we look at the example that's prior, we'll see we have a trend line right here. We get that breakout that occurs right there, and we get that divergence on the MACD. That's going to go ahead and tell us that we have moved into a downtrend with increasing strength to the downside, and we could ride that wave back downward. But like I was saying, during consolidation, the MACD is not extremely useful. Notice we have this consolidating period right here. If I go ahead and just take a trend line to this consolidating period, notice we have this upper trend line right here. We're basically not wanting to really use the MACD as an entry signal until this trend line has been broken out of and the consolidation has ended. Notice when we get that breakout of the consolidation, we have that crossover on the MACD. We get that divergence as well, and that is a fantastic opportunity to go ahead and take a long position. Same thing over here. You'll notice that we do have this consolidation period. Notice if I just go ahead and draw out some trend lines here and over here, you don't really want to use the MACD as an entry signal while we're in a consolidation period. But notice when we get that breakout out of the consolidation, we get the divergence on the MACD saying that that downtrend is now getting stronger. And that is what you wanted to go ahead and take it to the short side. And a good profit taking opportunity is when you start seeing that convergence starting to occur. And when I say that convergence starting to occur, I don't just mean one point of convergence where you have just one lighter colored bar, where you just have one lighter colored bar. Rather, when you have multiple bars starting to get lighter like this, what we're seeing over here, that's showing that the trend is actually getting weaker. Very strong opportunity to go ahead and take profit there. And notice what happens right after that. If I just go ahead and draw out a trend line to mark these lower lows here, we have a low here, a low here. And if we look at the MACD, we'll actually see that it's diverging here with a crossover right here. That's created a low, and then a higher low on this second crossover that occurs over here, which can be seen as an opportunity to potentially go long as we are seeing divergence of the bullish side, and then we get that move to the upside to occur there. But yeah, guys, that was pretty much the MACD indicator. Very useful during trending markets, not so much during consolidation, but look for those crossovers to occur with the breakouts of trend lines and also look for that divergence. Also, a big thing that we talked about was during the trending markets, the best time to buy is when the MACD line is crossing from bearish to bullish beneath the zero line of the histogram during an uptrend, and during a downtrend, look for the MACD line to be crossing over above the zero line on the histogram for a short opportunity. Those are going to give you those highest probabilities of success.